Hey guys, it's Adam from Outlier. Take a trip with me. We're going to go through Outlier and try to find ways to use the gamelines screen. Boom. Oh, look at that. My head's bigger. I love it. Okay. So I always take you through the prop side of things, but I never really go through the individual game stuff. And there's a lot of really great ways to find value here. Value, by the way, simply means you are getting something at a better price than it should be. It doesn't mean it wins. That doesn't mean plus money. So often it does. It means that it is better versus a market. And that is sort of something that goes into EV, a lot of terms. We're not going to talk about EV right now, but I am going to show you how I like to go to a game line and try to see what I can find. I've really been on an NCAA kick right now. The reason why is because it's during conference tournaments, so there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Now, let me sort of scroll down, looking through, and I'm still getting over a cold, so apologies. I always make these videos they're very real, you know? Okay, so look, you click in, you can kind of go through. One of the things that's really great is that you can see, hey, real quickly, Jackson State, Texas Southern, both teams have been playing actually pretty well lately. Against the spread, Texas Southern has been really good. Ability to get a snapshot of what's been happening on the totals with the team. And this is all stuff that you wouldn't find unless you dove in a little bit deeper. Check this out. We're getting a notification that says that there is value on the over. Okay. Gonna add that to our cart. We'll look at it in a little bit. Something else I like to look at, I like to scroll through the alternate spreads, because if a team is favored by 8 or if a team is favored by 2, sometimes it's a little bit of extra plus money for them to win by 4. It's very hard for a team to simply, if they're going to blow someone out, they're going to blow someone out. If they're going to win it close, they might win it close. But if you can bank on the way that a team is going to play, especially basketball, and you think it's going to be a multiple possession game, especially with NCAA, where teams are going to be fouling on every possession at the end, because some of these are the last games for these kids. I can't overstate this one enough, but in NCAA, a lot of these are students who are not going to play basketball again. They may not go to the NBA. They will foul to extend the game, to extend their careers. So if someone's -2, it may not be too bad to take them -4, because they're going to might get some free throws at the end of the game. I like to look through it. I'm looking through. Their spread is, look, -2.5, I believe, was like -110. Like -3 is that. -4, even money. Nothing that's getting crazy, nothing that's jumping out. But where things get fun is that you can switch it to half. So let's see if there's anything that sort of jumps out on the totals for half. This is a market that not everybody pays attention to. Mostly people look at the game. It looks like what I'm trying to find, guys, is I'm trying to find something where both of these teams have at least 50% on one of the sides, because that's going to tell me, like, look, more often than not, over the data course of time that has been this season, these teams have done this. So nothing that I totally love, but I remember we did see earlier something on the over. So let's take a look at that. We have that in our cart. Going to look at this over. It says that there's value on it at Caesars. You could actually see it right here. I want to point this out because people always ask, well, what the heck does that mean that there's value on the Caesars line? Caesars is giving this to you for -110. DraftKings is charging you -130. MGM is charging you -115. Value is on it at Caesars because it is cheaper versus what it is in the market. So looking at this, again, since it has a value sign, it's telling you what it is versus Pinnacle, which is sort of the be-all, end-all line that everybody takes things off of. But what I want to do is, I'm seeing that there's over, so help me make the case. Why would there be an over? Jacksonville State, with this line, 5-5 over their last 10. Texas Southern, 7-3 to the over on their last 10. It is pretty clear that these teams really merge around this number. This is going to be a key number. So it's a neutral court. Home field or home court isn't going to matter here. Gives you a really good sense of what they've been doing overall. ATS, they've hit the over in 3 straight. They had a nice stretch of unders, but generally their line is around, whenever they're around this 139, they've gone over. Jacksonville State, 4 of their last 5 games, they've gone over the 139.5 number. I think that that's kind of telling me that we're going to want to do the over. If you really also, you're like, Adam, I don't even want to bother looking at these numbers. What else can I know? Sometimes there's like a nice little insight here in Outlier that'll say the over is hit in 4 of Jackson State's last 5 games. I actually already said that, but the insight's right there for you guys to have it. Lots of things I like to look at on this, like to see what the line movement is. But generally speaking, the big takeaway that I want you to have is that you can find value within the game lines by looking at different markets within there. You can find it sometimes on the half, you can find it sometimes on the over. One of the cool things on Outlier that it does for you is it says, hey, this line versus everything else in market, it's better value over time, which if you're betting every day, you're betting over time. That is going to result in less losses, more wins, getting things at the best deal. Great way to think about it. If I buy 10 bottles of wine and I get the 11th and 12th bottle for free because I've saved so much. Does this make sense? It's making sense. All right. So end result of all this, we saw something that we thought had value. We are going to, and then we look at the data on it to back it up. You can find all of this through the Game Lines end. I will be back for more of these videos, gearing up for baseball season. I'm going to probably do a couple hockey ones too, because I've been in pretty big hockey kick. Sorry for this one being long, but hopefully this gives you a little bit more of an understanding on how you can find value on game lines within Outlier. Thanks again.